Well guys, what an exciting season 2026 is going to be. I am at Skegness Pleasure Beach. It's the first video for the Pleasure Beach in 2026. I'm going to show you around. Obviously we haven't done too much because the last video was the last week before we broke up for our Christmas period, and then obviously this is the first. We've only had a couple of weeks back. A lot of it's been based in the workshop. We're starting to build things back up and get those final pieces apart to then start putting the puzzles back together to get the park back open for you guys to come for the 2026 season. The park will be back open the middle of March. We're very, very excited, but we've got a hell of a long way to go before we can open them gates and invite you back in. So here we go then, starting the video strong. I am stood on what is the wave swinger. Obviously it doesn't quite look like it now because it's all taken apart, which I've shown you in previous videos. If you haven't seen, go and watch the other videos first, and then it'll sort of put it in a chronological order for you. So having a look around this at all of this galvanized steel, and it is just a great example of Italian engineering. If we just have a real close look, all of that's galvanized all throughout there, all held in by pins. It is a traveling model, so it all does fold up, and it is on the back of a lorry trailer, like most of the rides that are in here, obviously by the coasters and a couple of others. Really excited to get this one built back up. It's the first time we'll be doing it by ourselves because when the ride came, they sent one of the Italian engineers with it. So it is going to be a bit of teething, a bit of learning, and it's going to look great when it's back together again. It's got a lot of parts, a lot of fascia, 56 seats in total. It's got 8 double seats, but I just can't wait to get this one back together. It'll free up a lot of space in the park, and it'll be really nice to see it go back together because it is a really good looking ride. So next up we have the Walzer. Here is the Walzer drive. So this is what spins the Walzer around in simple terms. It's had all new pipes on it this year, new filter, new oil, 2 brand new tyres on there. It's had one of the new bosses have been remade on there, and a couple of other things on there as well. It's had a really good check over. I myself has been a part of that. And it did go over to Grimsby Hydraulics as well for them to put on all of the new pipes. And you've got the Walzer there just behind me. Obviously it doesn't quite look like it now. In the previous videos I did say that we were going to strip it back down, but the joiner's been giving it a good look over. It's had a little bit more work on it than what we thought at the start, so he's been getting on with that. It's had some new fences, and a few more bits there as well. Obviously we covered the centre up to make sure that's waterproof and out of the weather over the winter. The cars are stored under cover as well, and then just behind me I'll show you, we've got the rest of the metal work, the sweeps, the track, etc. Next up we've got the Dumbos. I am stood in the middle of the track right now. If I just move in over closer, you can see that we've taken the centre off and we've been doing a little bit of work on that slew ring. I haven't been a part of that. I know the electrician's been rewiring it and a couple of other things to that as well. And then we'll drop the centre back on it and be building that up in the next few weeks, I imagine. You can see behind there's been no difference to the runaway train, but the trains have been put back together, and the yo-yos, you can't see anything has changed there yet. But we have put the original pins back in now. Like I said before, we take all the originals out so they can be tested. They've been tested, they've passed, and now they've started to put them in. You can see the little handles on them over in each one. There's 3 in each one. The centre's getting repainted, and all of the arm fascias are getting repainted as well. So that's going to look really fresh and good this year. A really good favourite ride. You can get sort of all ages on there as well, to be fair. It's a really reliable ride and a fun and easy one. Now this is quite an exciting one, the Twister, another family favourite that a lot of people go on. Obviously you can get a maximum of 3 people in the cars. The biggest sits on the outside, and unfortunately they get squashed, but it's a good fun ride. You can see that we've started to put it back together. In the last video I showed you that we took all the fascias off because they were getting re-lamped, so that's finished now and they're going to be going back on next week. You can see the guys have been putting the cars back on, all of the arms are back on as well, all pinned up, and we've obviously dropped the floors to what it was, and there's just a bit of welding that we've got to do on there as well, which is why we took the tail end off and it's still folded that side. Again, an easy favourite. No one is that scared of a twister, I don't think. You can get 3 on it, so nearly the whole family in one car, say mum, dad, child, or however you want to do it, and it's just a good ride. I especially like this one. Obviously I'm going to be biased because it's on Bottons, but the Bottons twister sort of Vice City look, it really does look good. So I am just going to take you out towards our log flume now. We've got the Queen Bee just up there. All of those Queen Bee coaster cars have been getting put back together. Again, myself and one of the lads, Denver, we've been putting those back together this last week, playing with the mechs and things like that, and putting them all back together now they've been tested. So out to the log flume. So here I am in our log flume. As you can see, it's a lot more blue. It is getting painted. You can see the difference. Obviously the last drop hasn't been painted yet, so you can see what it was like before to obviously what it's looking like now. Now it's had a paint, it's going to look really fresh this year, and the boats are ready to go back in there. And if I just see, you can see that the sun's starting to draw in as well. A great backdrop on the back there. I'll try and get a picture of the beach later on as well, but you can see all of this fresh blue paint going on the log flume, and it's looking really clean and fresh. And I'm sure it won't be long before it's back open and you're pestering your friends or your family to come on with you and to try it out. And just the other side of the boardwalk, here's the boardwalk, look where all the food is and ice cream, personalised gifts. We've got our golf course. So this is actually included in the wristband as well. So if you have a wristband, you can come on the PBA tour as well as the rides. And that's located next to McDonald's. We've got the arcade there, Las Vegas arcade, again, just across from McDonald's. And this arcade will be open for the February half term as well. So only a few weeks till we start opening the doors and inviting people back in. The arcade first, and then probably less than a month after, the park will be back open for you to join us as well. Now I have to say it because there was over 5,000 people that have watched one of these Pleasure Beach videos. I am going to keep doing them. I'm going to keep boasting the Pleasure Beach, and I'm going to do a lot more random stuff this year as well. But please like and subscribe, it does help me out. I'm going to try and get to 1,000 subscribers. Maybe before Easter. That might be a bit optimistic, but I want at least 1,000 before summer. That's my main target. But if I can make it to Easter, I don't know, I might have to do a video that's a bit stupid. Maybe someone's got an idea. If I get 1,000 before Easter, what should I do? Comment below. I'm not going to be able to cover every ride, obviously, and I want a bit more for another day. So you can keep having a look at these videos and I can keep you updated. There's no point in showing you all the rides if they haven't had much work on them over the last few weeks, because then I'll just be showing you the same thing over and over again, and I want to keep it fresh for you. Next up, we have the big wheel. So I'm going to turn around. Now you can't say that that is not a family favourite. It has been here a good while now. I don't remember the old big wheel. I only remember this one, so comment if you do remember the old one. But it is a great asset to Skegness. You can get, what, 6 people in a car? There's 18 gondolas and it's great. You can see views over 25 metres high of Skegness. You can see all the way to Norfolk, all of those wind turbines in the sea, and all the way to Ingermells and further. So I'm sure a lot of you that are watching this have already been on the big wheel. Let me know if you're scared of it. I don't know many people that are, but I guess if you don't like heights, you're not going to go on it. But let me know. Maybe you're going to ride Big Ben and you've never been on the big wheel before. But Big Ben is great, and it's in Hong Kong at the minute at AIA Carnival, and it's looking great out there. So I'll put a photo on the screen of it actually, because it is really cool. And for all those people that didn't think it was going to go there or didn't believe it, it's actually really cool that it's got on a ship and it is currently in Hong Kong. Let me know, did you ride Big Ben? I cannot stress enough, if you're scared of heights or if you really don't want to go on it, I suggest that you do. Obviously, it's easy for me to say, I'm not massive on heights. Big Ben was definitely something for Skegness last year. It brought people from around the UK and maybe even further. It was really, really good. It's got a new pay box now as well. I'll put that on the screen now. That looks really, really cool. And I think it did sit really well on Skegness seafront as well. So yeah, Big Ben, and hopefully we may see it back this year. Let me know if you're going to go on it. So we've got the Big Apple there, and it's looking very sorry for itself, but obviously it's because all the fences, fascias, the caterpillar, and a lot more stuff isn't on there. We've started to put the brakes back on. A couple of the guys were on that last week. It's had some work done to the brakes and they've been tested. We have to test so many brakes per year on each coaster. So I think it was the station one and another this year. So they've been tested, any maintenance needed, and now they're back on. And the Apple is looking really bright red there as well. And just a break in the video before we go back to the Pleasure Beach. Here's the beach like I promised you. Back to the video. And then next we've got our rock and roller. We're going to start putting the cars together for that this week, probably at the end of the week. We'll get Freak Out up and then we'll be in the workshop building them cars back up as well, ready for the crane to chuck them back on the track, because we've only got a couple of months until we're open. Now, a couple of comments on the other ones. People were saying, I remember Pleasure Beach, I used to work there, I've got photos of such and such ride. Now, I think I did reply individually, but if you have got any old photos of the Pleasure Beach, we love to see them. Jimmy and James have got a shed full of them, but you really can't have enough. So if you have got any, send them to me, send them to the Pleasure Beach, the TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, the email, just send them in to us. We love seeing them. Drop a comment, any memories that you've got, because we love hearing about it and seeing old Pleasure Beach to obviously what it's become now with new rides like the Wave Swinger, Jurassic Resurrection, and all sorts of other things that have happened in the last couple of years and going to be happening soon. So I'm going to finish up down this end. We've got our drop tower. It's a kiddie little favourite. It only throws you lightly up into the air and you're just over level with the rock and roller. And it's good just to get that adrenaline going for the little kids. You can get adults on there as well. So if they are a little bit apprehensive to go on, mum, dad, brother, sister, friend, you can go on with them. And it really just starts off their funfair journey, I think. It really just gets rid of those butterflies and gets them on a ride to start getting them into those fun fairs. And then if I just turn over here, we've got our safari train. So I don't know if you can see just under here, we've started to put the wheels and the motors all back together and they're back on there after test. So that's another one that can nearly go back on the track. Looking over at the Queen Bee cars, you can see that they've been put back together pretty much. So the top wheels haven't been put back on. We're just waiting for new wheels and bearings for those, but everything else has been put back together. Oh, we've got the lap bars as well because we've had to do a job on them. We've put new inserts inside them. The flowers are still off on the sides as well here, as you can see, because they're getting a fresh paint, which I told you in the last video, I believe. So that's going to look nice and fresh this year. Like I've said in other videos, or if you saw the one on Facebook a couple of days ago with me, Neil and Luke, the Queen Bee is the last one in the world as well. So that's a pretty cool title, I'd say. If you have anything against that, you do think there is another one, let me know, but I'm pretty sure it is the last one in the world. And I think it's Italian as well. So Italians seem to like building good rides, because if it's here this long, then you've got to say it's a good ride, surely. And that is it for this week. So welcome back to 2026. Happy New Year. And I'm going to be doing a lot more videos this year, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give me a comment if you want me to do something specific, and if it's reasonable, I'll try and get it done. But let's get some more followers this year. Let's get Pleasure Beach looking its best. I'm going to show you what I can, and obviously the Pleasure Beach page on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and the website will tell you a lot more information. I'll try and cover the basics and a little bit more sort of longer in these YouTube videos, but you'll find out there first, so make sure you're following. See you on the next one. I'm going on a wild camp again, and I've got a lot more gear, so I'll show you what I've got, and then we'll go on another camp.